5 seconds.
5 seconds.
All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome in to episode 14 of Charts and Checks. This time we're going live to look over a handful of stocks from a technical, fundamental. Probably won't have time to get into a financial perspective, but we'll see what we can do depending on how much time we want to spend of stocks that we are going to be taking from the chat. Alvaro, it's been a good week on the markets. I've been traveling, but we've both been fairly active. How's everything going?
Everything's okay, man. The markets keep going up. They keep rising.
Mhm.
They are still struggling at the trend line that I told you last week about. But so far, so good for the bulls. We'll see.
Yep.
No,
Yep.
nothing derails this bull train so far. We'll see what happens.
Perfect.
Hey, welcome, guys. So it's a full house once again. Sue, the Patriot Paramedic, Joyce, please drop a comment down below and let us know what stocks you guys want us to go over. So it's 3:22 p.m. on the East Coast, and I am, of course, per usual, streaming from the beautiful city of Charlotte in the beautiful state of North Carolina. And my friend Dan Fayani is. Where are you at today? Sometimes
Back
you,
in
you
Cleveland,
travel a
Ohio.
lot. You're in Cleveland. Okay, there you go. Because sometimes you are in Florida, sometimes you're in Ohio, so you are all over the place, bro.
Yeah, these past few weeks, but thankfully it looks like travel's going to quiet down at least for three or so weeks. So get back to normal, get back to a groove of things, and looking forward to a quieter weekend. So
Awesome, awesome.
yeah,
So take a look. AMD, Tessie, Lyft, KD, Amazon, and Felicia is in North Carolina. There you go. We should get together.
beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful.
Okay, what stock do you want to go over first?
We can start with Meta. People seem to be interested.
There you go. Do you have any thoughts on Meta? It keeps
Let me
going
pull up the
down.
chart
We got
quick.
news. We got news this week, by the way, and we know that sometimes information drives price. That apparently ChatGPT could be starting some sort of social media, you know, whatever it is, and I don't know. People like, or some people automatically thought that that could put in jeopardy Meta's revenue and stuff like that. Any thoughts on that?
The downfall of the Mag 7 due to AI proliferation has been greatly over exaggerated at times. Meta's business is aggregating all of these budgets, ad dollars from companies all across not just the S&P 500 but the Russell 1000, 2000, all these companies in the US. You can make an argument that they might, peel away at an engagement, but I think we're a long ways out from the companies that are calling Zuckerberg to advertise, calling OpenAI and Sam to do the same thing.
Okay. And Meta has been a very big, beneficiary of artificial intelligence. So
Correct.
according to Zucchini, that has
Who?
Zucchini.
Zucchini? The plant?
Zucchini. I mean, Mark Zuckerberg.
Oh, that's
So
what you're calling him?
yeah, of
That's
course.
hilarious.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
hilarious. I
yeah,
haven't heard that. That's
Zucchini. Yeah.
funny.
So according to Zucchini, profits have skyrocketed thanks to AI. So this is actually a supposedly this company is supposedly a direct beneficiary of artificial intelligence. But now the markets are are hitting Meta based on artificial intelligence. So it's I mean it is
We'll
what it is,
see.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to go over the technical chart? Are you looking at?
Sure. I can share that.
Okay,
Why
go
not?
ahead, please.
Window. This is a 6 month chart of Meta here with the 513-day exponential moving averages in blue and orange respectively, as well as the 21-day simple moving average in red. You don't really like to see it. The 5 day started acting as resistance, just stock couldn't get above it. It opened above it today, couldn't sustain it. This is something you want to wait until buyers step in. I don't know when they're going to do it, but if I look at a slightly larger chart, this is 1 year with the 50, 90, and 200 day. I would wait for it to retake the 90-day before I got aggressive. But the fact that it gave up 725 and gapped lower is not great.
Um,
Oh, hold on. Something's happened to my audio. Hold on. My bad.
Everything's good with your audio, by the way.
My audio? Is it my
Yeah, yeah.
video that's all screwed?
No, it's good. It's
Hmm.
good. Everything
Okay, yeah,
looks
continue then. Sorry.
everything looks good. Let me ask you
Great.
something. So Meta is reporting earnings. Let me go to earnings whispers. So
Mhm.
Meta reports on October 29th at 4:05 p.m. This company has been killing it and killing it and killing it on every earnings report since I don't know, like 2 years ago or
The
something like that.
beginning of time.
Okay, I mean
No,
not
just
the
kidding.
beginning of
Yeah.
time, but like I would say that the most recent 4 or 5 earnings reports have been fantastic.
Okay.
What do you think? And I am about to pull out here a 4-hour chart of Meta as well.
Oh, I can stop
That
sharing then.
there could be some sort of front running operation into the report because Meta is trading as of now, bro. It is 10% off the highs, so it already completed a technical correction. It lost
Sure.
it lost the 100 DMA. This is not positive from a technical standpoint. So I would like to see buyers recapturing or buyers stepping in and being able to recapture this 100 DMA, $721. But and of course the chart doesn't look good. I agree with you on that. So it is trading below the 20 DMA, the 50 DMA. We have a downward sloping 5-day moving average. So buyers have a lot to do here from a technical standpoint, but taking into account that this company has been killing it from a commercial execution standpoint, don't you think that we could see some sort of a front running operation into the report?
How do you mean front running operation? Buying into it or
But
selling out
yeah,
of
no,
it?
no, no, buying the stock ahead of the
I have a
report. So expecting
yeah.
some sort of run up into the print.
Once the news gets out that this stock is 10% off of its all-time high, I totally agree. I think it's interesting that the narrative these past couple of days has been that there's not enough broadening in the economy, that we're all relying on these mega seven companies, and I happen to disagree. If you look at the RSP, which is the equalated version of the S&P 500, it just made a new all-time high today. There are a number of stocks that are working and a number of stocks that aren't. It's just a matter of rotation, in my opinion.
Okay. Oh, I have an interesting level for you. So let me show
Mm.
you. Let me share my screen with you and check this out. Let me go. What is it at? Come on, what is it at? Here it is.
What you're
So
looking
take a
for?
look. Can you see that? Yeah, you can, right?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay,
Mhm.
so this is trading view. Let me show you an anchor VWAP that comes from the April low in the
Sure.
case of Meta. So take a look at this. This blue line, this is an anchor VWAP. This is an anchored volume weighted average price line that comes from April 21st. So on that day, Meta went down to $487. So the average market participant that started a position in Meta on that day has an average price of $690. This is interesting. And
Yeah.
now let me show you this. If I go over the same 4-hour chart that I just showed you, and let me change the screen that I am sharing here quickly. So look at this then. Okay, here it goes. Okay, here it is. So that level that I just told you about, which is this is $690 ish, is pretty much coinciding with the level that Meta was trading at when the last earnings report came out. So in other words, if Meta goes down to $690, it would be erasing the totality of the gains that this stock obtained once the last earnings report came out, which was the way was stellar, was phenomenal, fantastic.
Yep.
And that level, $690, would be coinciding with the buyers that started positions on Meta back in mid-April. And that could be potentially defending price. So if this stock keeps going down, and despite the fact that from a technical standpoint, buying at $690 with below a downward sloping 5 DMA, below the 100 DMA, and all that good stuff from a technical standpoint, I think that maybe thinking about a potential front running into the upcoming earnings report, I could be a buyer of Meta at around $690. And
Yeah, no, I think 690 is a good level.
okay, and I gotta ask you, if you had to express your opinion on the upcoming earnings report of Meta, do you think that they are going to kill it once again?
if they were to report today down 10% off their all-time high, I think they have a much better probability of making the quarter than missing it, of course. That being said, we all are aware of the fact that EPS moving forward over the next 12, 24, and even 36 months are at all-time highs. So the bar is higher this time. It is really hard to tell and know for certain, but in my opinion, there's no reason to believe that the advertising money that Meta has done a phenomenal job cornering next to only Amazon and Google, really the only other two people competing for these ad dollars. You got to assume that they're going to meet and beat.
From a valuation standpoint, I think that other than Google, this would be the cheapest Magnificent Seven stock.
Sure.
We can,
I don't know for certain. If you want to check, go ahead.
yeah,
It certainly is an Apple or Tesla.
that's for sure. Let's go see. So, what are the multiples that Meta is trading at as of now? So let's go see Meta. Let's go see Meta platforms, and we have okay. If Yahoo Finance cooperates, let's go see. Yeah, we have a market capitalization of $1.8 trillion, a P ratio of 26, and a forward of 24. I mean,
So
done.
not crazy, but
I mean,
not low.
but take a look at this. 21% year over year revenue growth. Unbelievable.
Well,
Take a look at
yeah,
the
what's the earnings growth? That's more important to
take
me.
a look at the net income.
Yeah,
Only
see, that's
only
yeah, yeah.
36% net income
Just
growth
just
year. Yeah.
minting cash, just
Oh my
minting
god.
cash.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
no, nothing to worry about.
Yeah, this is a phenomenal company, bro. I mean,
The only other level that I might want to point out to people is $680.
and
It's
done.
go ahead.
Take a look at the forward P ratio, 25. It's pretty
Yeah.
much in line with the historical standard in terms of forward earnings for Meta. I mean, let's move on to the next stock.
Sure,
I think
sure,
I'm not gonna say
sure.
anything else. I'm not gonna
I don't want to
say
before we do
anything
that,
else. Okay.
I don't want to leave anyone hanging. I want to show them the level 680.
Okay.
It's just been it crossed through it here, then it just couldn't hold it back in February, then tariff tantrum, blah blah blah.
Mhm.
This was the level it really took off from, not revisiting. If you get to it, I think that's an area where you should see a lot of support come in for the stock, because the stock did consolidate here for 2 months before it went off. So
Mhm.
I'm looking at that. I'm looking at that area, 680, and the 200-day will probably be at that level by the time Meta hits 680. So I got a feeling that 680 will be something.
Awesome. Done. There is no love. There is no love at all for a stock out there.
Hmm.
What stock?
Which one?
If I tell you that there's no love for one
Mm,
stock that is a big company that
a
has been
big company.
killing it, but there's no love for that stock. What stock would you think I'm talking about?
Oh man,
What about Amazon?
is sale Amazon? I don't know if
No
there's
love,
no love.
bro. This stock is in negative territory year to date. Unbelievable.
Did it
So
actually fall? Let me see. Yeah,
so
you're right.
yeah, and we have a request for Amazon. So what would you say about Amazon here? What are your thoughts on Amazon here?
I'm seeing
Which by the way, let me see. This could be another potential candidate for a front running operation into the upcoming earnings report. So Amazon reports on October 28th, one day before Meta does, by the way. So
they love to do that to us.
mhm. So what is wrong with Amazon, bro?
People, if I understand correctly, people don't think they're spending enough on GPUs. I don't think that's the case. That's it. I
Okay,
don't know.
okay. Any levels?
I actually really like where it is right now. It's battling the 100-day at like 219,
Mm-hmm.
220.
It's been acting as support, huh?
Um, right below it is the 200-day at 214. The 150-day, which is kind of my favorite, is 210, but I'd much rather see it get support at the 200-day. I can
Do-
actually, let me share that.
Can
But
you
yeah, go
share
ahead.
the? Can you
Yeah,
please
yeah,
share
yeah.
the
So people
screen?
can
There you
see
go.
it.
Okay.
Yeah, what I would be looking for, honestly, is this is RSI on a 14 trading days trailing basis. Sorry. If this could get to like 45, 50 and really come out of this bottom here, showing that buyers are in the name, I'd get excited. MACD would go positive. You could take back the 50-day. But honestly, I see, high, low, higher high, higher low. So this is, I mean, it's by a dollar. It's not by much, but this is this is bullish consolidation.
So it is trading because we have 24 more minutes until the trading session closes. It is trading at
Right.
219 bucks. Would you open a position here right now?
If you don't have any Amazon, absolutely. Yeah.
There you go. I like it.
This might be one of I know pull it up. I'll stop sharing. Pull
Okay,
up
okay.
the valuation on this. This might be it's not the cheapest of the Mag 7, but this might be the cheapest it's been relative to itself
It is.
ever.
So let me get the. Can you see that? You can, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Hmm.
So let me go over Amazon. So yeah, if you take a look at a forward P ratio of this puppy, yeah, let me see. Forward P 31. Yeah, it's the cheapest forward P ratio ever for Amazon. 31.
Yeah.
There's
I mean,
nothing else.
relatively, I see right there.
I
Maybe
mean,
two quarters
relative
ago
to
it was at
itself.
29, but relative to itself, absolutely, this is still very, very cheap to
I
buy.
mean,
It got a little lower. It's okay.
yeah,
It's
but
okay.
yeah, but hold. So
Oh
you had,
well,
I mean, a 30p in March of this
that
year.
was right. That was the tariff tantrum
Correct.
period.
But
Yeah.
now,
So
but
that's
yeah,
okay.
but now the company's making more money in net income terms.
Hmm.
Now relative to March because they already reported right in July or August or something like that. So it is pretty much the lowest multiple that you have ever found on Amazon from a forward earnings standpoint. So it is what it
It
is.
is. It is certainly the lowest PE multiple during like a normal market condition.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Only if
the price of sales went down to 1.6
yeah.
back in December of 2022 when the Nasdaq 100
That was
I
the
mean,
SPAC bubble popped.
yeah, when when the Fed was hiking rates and stuff,
Hmm.
and on that occasion, I think that the Nasdaq 100 went down 35%, and Amazon
Yeah, it was huge.
was trading the 1.6 times sales. So the valuation is cheap, and I'm curious about a potential front running into the upcoming earnings report of Amazon. And mind you, bro, this is the only Magnificent Seven stock that is down year to date. This is the only one, which is crazy because
Huh.
we are in a super bull market. Artificial intelligence is the future, bro, and this company is down year to date. It's crazy.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah,
You've sold me. You can put me down for 10 round lots at the close today.
yeah.
We can be partners on that.
I am keeping an eye. Me personally, let me pull up here the chart of Amazon. IMZN.
Mhm.
Let me see. 339. IMZN. So, as you pointed out, the right way, take a look. The 100 DMA, this rising 100-day moving average, is trying to act as support. It is coinciding with the 5 DMA. And actually, Amazon just broke today this level, 220 bucks. I would wait until this level is recaptured. And closing candles above 220 bucks could be potentially opening the door for a test of the convergence of the 20 DMA and the 50 DMA. The 20 in pink, the 50 in green. We're looking at $226. And of course, the ultimate line in the sand for the bulls here, I think that comes in at 214 bucks. That's a level that coincides
Right.
with the 200-day moving average. So you don't want to see Amazon breaking that 200 DMA to the downside. That would be very
Right.
bearish. So yeah,
Right.
there you go. Hey, let me ask you. You were saying earlier on today in the Discord, you were talking about Constellation Energy,
Sure.
right?
Yeah. Hmm.
Do you want to elaborate on that?
Sure. Let me pull up the
Go
chart
ahead,
for
bro.
everybody.
That was
Yeah.
a very good call out. I liked it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So for those that don't know the name, they are the purest play you can have on nuclear energy in the country. This is a 1 year chart.
That is nuclear energy, right?
Correct.
But not
Correct.
speculative nuclear energy,
No, no, no.
such as
They have
Aklo
contracts.
okay. They make a
They have
revenue.
contracts. They make revenue. I'm
Okay,
trying to
okay.
find the correct
Okay.
time frame here. Let me just get rid of some of this crap.
Okay, okay.
All right. Yeah, so this will do fine. Get rid of volume. So we have a breakout to a new all-time high. I think the prior was like, let's just call it 3, not 2, 360.
That's a very good looking
Yeah,
chart.
right there.
I think that stock made a brand new all-time highs today, right? Am I right about that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So this is a 1 year. You can see it. Here's 2 years. You can see it again. And here's 10 years. Anyways,
Wow.
yeah, it did a new all-time high. It's been up and to
Wow.
the right for a while. But back to this chart in specific, I like this a lot. I traded this a long time ago. Let's go back to the 2 year. I bought it at, oh, even before then. I bought it at like 80 and sold it at like 130, missed a giant gap higher, but that's another story for another day. Um, I will say this looks attractive. This is something you could buy on the close today and put a steep risk management parameter. Say if it closes below 360 or 350, just, manage it however you'd like because you have a breakout candle here. You have MACD positive and RSI isn't above 70. So you could make an argument that there is more room for a blow off top. Very nice quick trade. But before we talk a little bit about that, I think that this new all-time high in CEG bodes well for another name in the nuclear energy cohort, which is VST. A
Okay.
lot of people know Vistra. It's retesting the 50-day right now. You could buy this on the close and have a very tight stop for the 50-day or the 100-day if you have a little bit more risk
What
tolerance. But if
levels? What levels are you talking about? What price? I
for
mean,
Vistra,
yeah, yeah, the
yeah, so
price.
the 50-day right now on Vistra is $200.
Okay.
The 100-day is about $189.
Okay.
And it is currently trading at 202. The all-time high is 220. So you're about, let me think, that's 20. You're about 10% away. But after that, it's the all-time high. I mean, and this is a 10-year. This thing really picked up in 2023 when everyone started to
Wow.
realize
Take a
AI would be
look.
a thing.
Jesus
This might
Christ.
be one of the most successful nuclear energy plays with respect to trading the need for energy in AI.
And again, this is a real company with revenue,
Yes,
profits, the whole thing. So
they are a Texas utility, actually.
there you go. So this is actually an utility company, which some utility companies turned into growth stocks, which is crazy, into
Right.
growth companies because of
For those that
because all of the artificial intelligence phenomenon that is going on as of now. That's crazy, man.
So here's the difference between VST, CEG, and stuff like Next Era Energy or Dominion.
Mm-hmm.
NEE and D, which by the way, stocks also that look good, they're regulated utilities. So if they want to increase prices in their service areas, they need to petition the state. There is a lot of steps they have to go through to exercise pricing power. VST and CEG are unregulated utilities. They don't have to go through the state. So they have a lot more pricing flexibility.
Gotcha. May I ask if we have like real nuclear companies? Why are people buying ACLO with no revenue at a
Beats me.
market capitalization of $15 billion or $12 billion? Does it make any sense? It's insane, right?
Yes, it's insane.
Because we have like real companies
I'm
in the
the
nuclear
Aklo is really
industry. Let's
difficult
just put it
because
that way.
there's a lot of institutions that are starting to get behind Aklo. Don't get me wrong, the institutions that are getting behind it are like the most bullish of the bullish, like Brian Belsky from BMO
And the knives.
talks about it, and Dan Ives.
Yeah.
So it's not as though I think part of Aklo's success is that it is attached to those names. VST and CEG were companies before the SPAC or before the AI boom, and they've completely changed, or maybe the environment is the reason, but their business model has completely changed. So it's easier for a company or easier for analysts and people to get behind a story. It's like it's new, it's sexy, it's Aklo, it's nuclear, it's just for this purpose, than it is for someone to simply be, oh, well, this company made a pivot. It's hard. It's hard.
So let me take a look at the chart of VST. I would like to take a look at that. Because so VST is actually your call out, right? This is the stock that you think.
VST is the one that I don't know if I can say. VST is the one we talked about.
Wow,
Yes.
this is a very good looking chart, bro. So above all the moving averages, the 5 DMA is pretty much coinciding with the 20. Now the 20 is at $204. The 5 and the 50-day moving average are coinciding at $200. $200 is also a fat number. So I would say if I draw a line here, just at the 20-day moving average, that a potential process of consolidation above $205 could be attracting more buyers into this technical chart. And I guess that $220 is all-time highs for this stock, right? Probably.
220, 215, whatever it is. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah.
Whatever the high is on your screen is the all-time high.
Yeah, $220. This is a 4-hour chart, so $220. Do you see this stock making a brand new all-time highs potentially in the upcoming weeks?
But yes, if everyone continues to pile into the utility space and looking for energy plays, Vistra and CEG are going to be the ones. And I guess just to circle, or rather to close the loop on CEG, the reason it's going up today is actually on news. They signed a $340 million deal to continue operations of a hydroelectric dam in Maryland. CEG is nuclear, but they also do all sorts of like just plainly renewable, like they're 100% renewable. But nuclear is the big revenue driver for them.
As long as VST, so Vistra Energy, remains above the convergence of the 5 and the 50-day moving average, the $100, I would remain bullish on this sticker from a technical standpoint. I understand the point you're making. So good news for Constellation Energy could represent good news for VST. But from
I think
from a pure technical standpoint, above $300, the risk seems to
be. You mean $200?
Yeah. So yeah, above $300, the risk seems to be to the upside, and I would remain bullish. Above the 20 is at $205. So yeah, correct. So above $205, which is the level that coincides with the 20 DMA, the risk seems to be to the upside, and I would remain bullish, and I could actually be a buyer of the dip at $200. It's a fat number coinciding with the 5 and the 50-day moving average. So yeah, we'll see. This is an interesting stock to keep an eye on then. Sure.
Thank you.
Thanks for the call out. Hey, so they are asking, let me see. We have a lot of requests over here. They are asking about Google. What do you think about Google? Which, by the way,
I haven't looked at the chart in a while.
Okay, which, by the way, is reporting on the, let me see. Google reports on the 27th. Wow, late October is going to be a very heavy week, bro. Yeah.
They always do this to us. It pisses me off so much.
Yeah.
There's no sleep.
So we have Google reporting on the 27th, and Amazon reports
Dude, this
on the
thing
28th.
went hyperbolic.
Yeah, it did. You want to pull up a
Sorry,
chart?
continue.
No, go ahead, bro.
Keep going.
No, I'm done. Do you want to take a look at the technical chart of
Yeah,
Google?
this is the short-term one I was showing you. This is a 1 year with the 513 and 21.
Remember, Don, that when that thing was trading at $160, everyone was convinced that Google search revenue was in jeopardy because of ChatGPT. Everyone got bearish, super bearish on Google. Oh, shit, this company is going to be disrupted by OpenAI, by ChatGPT. Google is something, from the past. The best days of Google are behind us. And take a look at the price that this stock is trading at, $245. So if that happens with Amazon, I don't know. Go ahead, bro. Listening.
I was just circling this gap up. I think this is when the announcement came out that they wouldn't have to separate Chrome. And the only other thing I think worth pointing out here is you had a retest of 240, successful.
The dip got bought. Yep.
It got bought immediately.
Yeah.
This is very bullish. Let me just take a look at some other charts longer term. MACD's been negative for a while. That's kind of shocking. It's defying that. It's cooling off. Yeah, 240 seems to be the place that 240 or 233. Maybe you take another stab at it.
Yeah, trading at $245, $250 would imply, in my opinion, that the bar is going to be very high for the upcoming earnings report. This is a stock that usually goes down once they report because of CapEx, because of cloud revenue, because of year-over-year growth on cloud revenues, or whatever it is. So I am already long Google. I have 50 shares at an average price of $155 or something like that. I am making very good money there. I might be locking in the profit before the earnings report comes out, on the expectation that maybe I can, re-enter the position at a not at $150 per share, but at a lower price relative to $245.
I think that's wise. It's difficult for me to believe after a move like this that the stock is priced for anything less than perfection. And it's possible this stock is priced for more than perfection. There's a world where there's nothing Google can say that stops it from falling
Yeah,
after the quarter is reported.
let's go see the multiples quickly here. I mean,
But I do want to be fair though. It did get slammed the most of the Mag 7 this year, except maybe for Apple or Tesla. But AI is going to eat its lunch. There's no way to win, and the DOJ is going to kill them.
everyone got extremely bearish, extremely
Right,
bearish.
right.
Yeah.
So there might a lot of this action has to be institutions that sold off all or way more than they should have of Google buying back in, and that's real sticky money.
Yeah, and mind you, bro. So we have a P ratio of 26. It trades at 26 times trailing earnings, 24 times forward earnings. We have a price to sell of 8. So the valuation is not really, it's not really expensive, to be honest with you. In historical terms, then let's go see the forward PE of Google here. Let's go see what is my forward. Do I see it? I don't have it available here, I think. No, I have price to free cash flow. So, I mean, from a price to free cash flow standpoint, the stock is trading at a very high valuation. I mean, they are investing a lot of money on capex in order to develop artificial intelligence that is affecting free cash flow. So, I mean, maybe we can justify this super high price to free cash flow in historical terms for Google based on that assumption. The price to sales, 8, historically a bit high for Google. I don't know if I had to gamble on a potential outcome, once the upcoming earnings report comes out, I think I would say that the risk could be to the downside, in my opinion. So I might be locking in the profit.
I would agree with you.
If the stock gets to the earnings report at the current levels, let's just put it that way.
And just something for people that might be holding the stock with a longer term time horizon. If Google were to report tonight, I would say you take some off the table. Just because you're holding it forever, you don't make any money until you lock in a little bit of profits. The idea that you're going to, like you said it well, Alvaro, the idea that you're going to be able to get it back at 155 is silly, but maybe you get a chance to get it back at 200.
Yeah.
You know?
For Google to go back to 155, we need a very noticeable market correction, which could happen. You never know. But, I mean, something weird has to happen for Google to go back to 155, which could happen, but you never know. Hey, thoughts on AMD? The guys are asking about AMD, advanced
Sure, I got you.
micro devices.
Yeah, so this chart looks all right, except now it's on pace to reverse the gap higher and close below the 50. In the short term, that doesn't bode well. It looks like it found support at the 5-day EMA, which, is good. You have cross currents here.
Please remember to tell us the prices, President.
Oh, sure, of course. Sorry. The 50-day is at 166 and 1 cent. Right now it's trading at $164.60 about. The 5-day EMA, where it found support, is at $164.57. There's literally 2 cents, 3 cents of space between the 5-day and the current trading price. You can see, yeah, that's exactly. It found this bottom here coincides with the 5-day EMA, and it found some buyers. So, it's difficult when you see what appears to be. Oh, you know what? It's not. I thought this may have been a bearish engulfing candle where you open higher than the previous candle and then close below. So you basically have a giant red candlestick engulfing the prior. It's not quite that. So you can stay long here, but you really got to watch the 5-day EMA and the 50-day. And again, the 50-day is at 166 and a cent.
I think that 50-day moving average of around 166 is a key level for the bulls of AMD to hold in order to be potentially able to push price higher. I agree with that.
I totally agree with you.
Yeah. And the 52-week high is at around $180, I think.
Yeah, it's right here, $186.65.
There you go. So
here for people playing to the penny.
Correct. So, yeah, I would stay constructive about on AMD above $166. Correct.
I have a feeling you won't have to wait long. You'll wake up on Monday and this will retake the 50 or it won't.
Yeah, so the bull case is AMD being able to close, um, say, 3 or 4 trading sessions above that 50 DMA. That could be
Right.
potentially attracting buyers into into that technical chart. Hey, Don, any thoughts on Uber?
Always have thoughts on Uber.
There you go. You're the bull of Uber.
Uber is
So
one of my
there you
favorites.
go.
Let me pull
Hey,
up that chart.
mind you guys on YouTube. So we are 4 minutes away from the closing bell. It's gonna be a bit loud at 4 p.m.
Yeah, it's might
Just
want to fix your mic
correct. So
or your speaker
just
rather.
say, yeah, the trading session is about to close.
Yeah, so Uber's just kind of been an uptrend. It for a minute there looked like it might have double topped at 98, but it caught itself, revisited to 100, and it's just slow and steady wins the race. I know technically MACD is telling you that you should maybe peel some off here, and the RSI is only 50, but when you have a chart that's like this and it's gradual, it's all incremental. I would say if you want to look to buy some, the 100-day at $91.66, probably a level you get to revisit on any kind of shock, but the 50-day is above it at $93.85. If you look at the even shorter term, it's actually touching the 21-day right now, which is 96.51.
Mm-hmm.
So when you touch this red line, this 21 day, sometimes Uber does give you an opportunity to buy below it, and then it comes right back to it. I'm very constructive on the stock. I'm not worried about any of the threats from Waymo, Lyft, or Tesla. If this stock wanted to, it could have a top 10 advertising business overnight by putting advertisements in the app or even in the cars. So there's a lot of levers for this to pull.
Um, is there any room for Lyft to keep going up?
Let
Because
me pull up.
Uber turned into some sort of monopoly aside from
Agreed.
Waymo. So
Agreed.
what do you think? What do you think about Lyft? I'm
I think
curious.
that
I'm
Waymo
curious
saved.
because I am long the stock. It's a small position, but I have
No. Waymo saved
200 shares of
Lyft.
Lyft. Mhm.
Waymo saved Lyft, and their CEO
But
is.
do you think that Waymo Lyft partnership can go further and maybe
I
attract more buyers into Lyft?
I think it certainly can, but when we talked about it last time, it's just a matter of when. These deals they take a lot of time to hammer out, and they're different because each deal has to be for a different city. Like the economics in Nashville are different from the economics in Miami, different from the economics in New York or LA, for example. My concern about the thesis that there will be more partnerships is that Uber right now controls or is in 80% of the market. Uber is only 20%, and most of that market is airports for Lyft. I don't know if Lyft has the presence to go everywhere that Waymo wants to go, and Waymo isn't going to wait for Lyft to figure that part out. I'm still standing firm on the idea that this deal between Lyft and Waymo is just leverage for Waymo when they negotiate a much more comprehensive deal with Uber to do the same thing.
Okay. Let me take a look at the technical chart of Lyft. I
Chart
think,
still looks okay.
yeah, I think that as long as Lyft keeps consolidating above $20, the Waymo is turning the tide in favor of Lyft. The situation is still on the table. So take a look. There goes the market.
Oh, there it goes.
Okay,
Yep.
so take a look at this white line. This is the 5-day moving average. Take a look at the consolidation, guys. Above this rising 20 DMA in pink, it is clearly rising, so it is potentially pushing price up. And this rising 20 DMA is slightly above this previous high for Lyft at $21. So the level that the bulls of Lyft want to consolidate above would be $23. A potential process of consolidation
100%, yeah.
above $23, above this white line, above this 5 DMA, could be attracting buyers or more buyers into this technical chart. And we have a first potential test up to $23.30, and then $25.38. And of course, many people are taking a look at this down. Take a look. So if we take a look at a weekly chart of Lyft, not even this one. Oh, here it is. Take a look. So people are thinking about a potential.
Yes. This is the chart.
Correct. So this could represent in the future, later on down the road, a potential large breakout to the upside. And the upside potential here could be massive. So we have a first potential gap up to $30. Then, I mean, we can, just throw numbers. Here, we can talk about $40. We can talk about $46. So I think that people are getting enthusiastic about a potential major breakout to the upside for Lyft. I think that the bull case remains intact as long as the bulls can sustain price above this rising 20 DMA at around $21. If this 20 DMA breaks to the downside, especially guys, I think that we need to keep an eye on this breakout candle to the upside. Take a look. This big grid candle, this big upstick. Why is it? Because when the news broke out about the partnership between Waymo and Lyft, this stock was trading at $20. So ideally, the gains that were obtained once the news came out shouldn't be erased. That implies that the markets,
Yes.
so that implies that the technical chart, it is letting you know that they are still positive in regard to Lyft thanks to the partnership with Waymo. So $20, $21 is a critical level. If Lyft breaks $20 to the downside, if the gains that were obtained once the news about the partnership with Waymo, if those gains go away, then we need to reevaluate the situation on Lyft, in my opinion. Yep.
Agreed.
So, thoughts on HIMS? Do you have any thoughts on HIMS, Don?
Before we move on to that, I just want to show you one more level for Lyft.
Okay, go ahead, bro. Awesome.
I got the 13-day exponential moving average here. It hasn't violated it yet. It wanted to try. So 2165, see what happens there. And while we were talking about it, I honestly believe, now don't get me wrong, you would trade this, you wouldn't hold this. This might be the best candidate for leaps. Just buy a deep out of the money leap. And if this thing ends up breaking out above 23,
I think that we already have like 2028 leaps available for Lyft. It's possible, I think.
you could buy a leap for I think an inexpensive price if you get this breakout. You get this breakout, you make a lot of money, you're not married to it, you got a lot of time. So I think this is a great candidate for that if you think the breakout happens. And in my opinion, you maybe, I don't know, I guess you don't need the leverage. If this thing goes from 22 to 30, that's a huge gain anyway. But if you don't want to pay $22 a share and you just want to, actually trade the stock, force yourself to make a decision with a leap, it could do it. But
we have leaps for January of 2028, and get this, bro. So the expected move, in the case of Lyft, for January 21st of 2028 is $15. $15 to either the upside or the downside. So maybe you guys can play with that. So you already know that the expected move into January of 2028 is $15. And as Dan just pointed out, you can buy out of the money leaps, and you can pick a strike, say $10 out of the money. You can do 32 lips.
Because if this thing goes to 30 and you have, I don't know, not even the Jan 2028, but like the Jan 2027, or even just, like a year out, you'd be deep in the money with that, without a doubt.
Yeah, we have
so we're going to HIMS.
$15. Yeah, let's go over our HIMS. Yeah, sure.
All right, hold on. Was there news for this stock? I see that it took a bit of a hit today.
No, I didn't see any news. Oh, really?
All right, well, it looks like it closed just at the slightly below the 100-day, $52 and
it's been struggling at $60 all week long.
Failing
at $60 over and over and over and over and over again.
And
I know it because I have 50 shares at $59. So I haven't been able to close the position.
Why do you think $60 is being so difficult? I just drew a line there. I don't really, I guess I see some of it, but it doesn't seem like it should be that heavy.
It's like a previous resistance, right, over there, I think.
I'm just looking at yeah, sure. I don't know. I don't follow the stock enough to know for certain.
Well, price action is letting us know that $60 is important.
Clearly. I was just curious if there was a reason, because I just don't see it here. Yeah. I just don't really see it. I would say that if you keep consolidating above the 100-day at 52.73 and the 50-day at 51.77, you can stay long this name. However, MACD just triggered a bearish crossover, which means that intermediate term momentum is starting to turn. It did, normally I want to see 2 or 3 negative MACD readings before I say it for certain. If you wanted to go long this stock, but you didn't want to buy it here, this stock has great support at the 200 day. It did it in April, kind of closed below it a few times,
What
but
price?
then when it retested
What
in August, it
what price is
kicked
that
its
then?
ass.
That 200 DMA. What price are you looking at?
The 200 day is currently 43.90, but it will be higher by the time
Yeah, of course.
it
It
retests.
is a slow moving average, but it could um
I mean, just
the
look, you
price is
got
gonna
you got
change.
support in April, you got support in twice in August. It's good.
All right. So there goes your HIMS analysis. This stock trades on very high multiples. So this is pretty much a growth
Yeah.
stock, and I don't really know why this company is trading with a very high valuation, because for the most part they sell medicines online, right? But I think that
Yeah.
they take care of the recipe. I think, which is like a
They're allowed to do some. I can't remember what the term is.
at
It's
some point, I guess that
compound.
you will be able to get a recipe from ChatGPT, because now OpenAI is gonna take over the world. So I don't know.
Right.
Maybe that's a bird case on HIMS. I don't know.
I don't know. I think the beauty of hymns is that you can, if you are a male and you have erectile dysfunction or, baldness, and I'm just speaking from the male perspective, I'm sure there's a female equivalent, and you don't want to go and talk to a doctor about it because you're self-conscious or insecure, you can go and just talk to a hymns doctor almost anonymously and they'll just write you a script. I don't know if I don't know if you can replace that unless ChatGPT can write prescriptions for you, and like we have, ChatGPT doctor version, and we're gonna and we allow them to do that. I think there's always going to be a demand for hymns. They definitely are the front of mind name when it comes to sensitive health issues.
This is a growth stock, bro. I mean, take a look at this year-over-year revenue growth. Impressive, 72%. Take a look at the revenue growth. Oh, take a look. It went down for the first time ever on the last quarter. Yeah, from 586 million down to 544 million dollars. But take a look at this revenue growth, bro, until the
That's
last
impressive.
earnings report. This is impressive. And despite the fact that revenue went down quarter over quarter, I mean year over year terms, it went up 72%. So this is a growth stock, but I mean, let me take a look at the multiples.
Real quick,
Yeah,
can
go
you?
ahead.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Go
Yeah,
ahead. Yeah,
I
go.
just want to take a look at the multiples. I mean, it has always caught my eye that this company trades with a very high valuation and expensive multiples, and I don't know why. Take a look. It trades at 73 times trailing earnings, and it has a P
Oh
ratio of
wow,
81. My
that
goodness.
means earnings are not expected to go higher next year.
Yeah, let me take a look at what the analysts are thinking about him. Yeah, take a look. So we have 10 analysts covering the stock, and most of them give him
Hold.
a hold category. So let's say the bulls of HIMS, the most bullish analysts see HIMS trading at $68 in 12 months. So let me take a look at the revenue growth expectations. Look, here comes the issue. So 2026, 20%, way lower than the revenue growth that this company is showing as of
Yeah.
now. 2027, 18%, which is still, very solid growth, but 1% in 2028 and 12% in 2029. So on average, the analysts that are covering this stock are expecting the demand for HIMS services to top in 1 or 2 years. The markets are usually forward looking on a 12 or 18 months basis. So I would be careful, guys, with this valuation. And
Can you
with
do me a favor real quick?
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Can you look up the price to sales on this?
Sure. This is 7. It's not,
7.
yeah, so the price of sales is not that expensive relative to the forward PE and the trailing PE, because the company it has been able to grow revenue at a very solid pace. But I mean,
The reason I'm asking is because if like the market right now is okay with the fact that revenue growth or EPS isn't going to grow sequentially, like the next 12 months are not going to be as good as the last, then this something else has to be driving this stock, and the only other thing could be revenue. So I think in this case, you're probably
Yeah,
looking
but
at revenue.
take a look at this. So net income is, I mean, net income isn't going up. So
Well, that's what I'm,
since
yeah.
correct, since net income isn't growing at the same pace relative to revenue, that implies that this company, in order to be able to justify such a high forward P ratio, later on down the road, is going to necessarily grow earnings at a very rapid pace, or at a very solid pace. So if revenue tanks, net income is going to tank, or even or maybe even go lower. So I would be careful here with HIMS, guys. Yeah, to be honest
Yeah,
with you.
to put what you said another way,
Mm-hmm.
if this company is struggling to improve their net margin when revenues have been as steadily moving higher as they have,
Correct.
imagine what happens when they stop
When,
doing that.
or when
Yeah,
revenue tanks, or when revenue starts to
right.
go down. So
Exactly. Yeah.
that is going to be affecting the net income. And this company is trading at 73 times forward earnings. So not a fan of the stock. I mean, this is a small position, 50 shares, and
Yeah,
I'm
man, I
hoping to
don't
close
think
it.
it's the worst idea in the world. People love the stock for whatever reason. We got the green light to go stupid.
I
Why
mean,
not?
yeah, easy money, cheaper money.
Dude, I honestly believe it. I don't. There's when every single when everything is working, it is really difficult to differentiate between what is actually good and what is actually garbage. So there's no telling if
Hey,
Hims is good or garbage right now.
have you heard about because we have a bull market and a bear market, right? Those are like
Sure.
two very basic concepts. But
Yep.
mind you, a good friend of mine told me yesterday that now we have a bet market. BED.
Bed,
This is a
go to
bet
sleep.
market. No. Bet market. B as in Bobby, E as in earnings, and D as in, I don't know,
Delta.
day. Correct. Buy every dip market.
Yeah, I like
It's a
it.
bet market. So forget about the bull market, guys, and the bear market. This is a bet market. Buy every dip market. That's it. And you make money. How about that? Hey,
I don't hate that.
I mean,
No, like think
it
if you
works. It
think
works until it doesn't. It is what it is.
I'll put it this way. If
Mm-hmm.
you think that we're heading towards a bubble, then valuations really don't matter. And if you think that that's true, then you can buy every dip until the quote unquote bubble pops.
Bro, as of now, with everyone speaking about a bubble, I am very skeptical about the bubble.
Oh, I don't think I
So
think it's too early to make that
correct.
call.
So, but everyone is talking about a bubble. Everyone. Oh, this is a bubble and the artificial intelligence bubble and stuff like that. So I don't think that so many people are going to get right the pop of the bubble. So I don't know. I'm a bit skeptical about the artificial intelligence bubble, at least as of now.
Agreed.
Okay, so we have, they're asking about Iden Energy, IREN. Do you know, are you familiar with that stock? That thing went ballistic.
No.
IREN. We actually got in the Discord an unusual call option alert not long ago, and that stock has been going ballistic. If you take a look at the technical chart,
I just took a look at the chart. Yeah, congratulations if you bought it any time in the last 2 weeks.
do you want to share it? Do you want me to go over the?
Oh,
technical chart?
sorry. Sure,
Yeah.
sure. Where did I put that? Here it is. All right. Share. Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Jesus Christ.
A 90 RSI? I don't know. Sell it. I don't know.
Yeah, don't chase it here, guys, for sure.
Let me see. Yeah, it's above all the major moving averages. One day it took a break. Yeah, I mean, it's
I know.
Jesus.
Iris.
It's 100. It's more than 100% above,
Wow.
or almost 100% above its 50-day. I mean, that's crazy.
Iris. No, Iden. No, the name of the company is Iris Energy.
Oh, what's the
ticker
ticker?
symbol? No. That you're looking at the right ticker symbol. I'm just correcting myself because the name of the company is Iris Energy. So I was mistaken about that. Let me show you this, bro. So take a look. So let me share because I want to show you the market structure of this stock, and take a look at this. Here it is. Take a look. So this is a market structure chart. What you see on top is the demand or buyers, and at the bottom the supply sellers. The demand is represented by this blue shaded region, right? So the demand is not even exponential; it's through the roof to the moon, unbelievably high. So there are no, for the most part, and obviously we can reconcile this market structure chart with the technical chart that you are showing us. So the demand is absolutely out of control, unbelievable, through the roof, and the supply or sellers is actually going down. So, I mean, who knows if this party can keep going? But wow, I mean, and I guess that Iris Energy, this has to be an artificial intelligence related stock, probably, because I don't know.
Probably fueling it like, nuclear or whatever.
Yeah, whatever. So don't chase it.
Nope.
That would be our advice. Hey, bro, do you have any thoughts on Salesforce CRM?
Let's take a peek.
Yeah, supposedly
Here,
that's
let me
another casualty
share this.
of artificial intelligence. So I don't know.
And
If
I
you
would
have,
agree. This thing can't get above its 50-day. Until it does, you don't have to do anything with this.
what an ugly
Do
looking
you
chart.
do you,
I mean,
do you disagree?
no.
Do you disagree? I mean,
So the net aggregate opinion of the markets is letting us know that something wrong is going on with this company. And every single
yeah,
time,
this
and every single time that the CEO comes on the air on CNBC, he goes like all in artificial intelligence. But the market don't believe that this company is going to be an important company artificial intelligence wise in the future. So that's why they are killing it.
well, we've talked about this in the past when it comes to the when it comes to differentiating between winners and losers in software.
Mhm.
Salesforce is a pay by seat and not pay by usage model. And in a economy where ADP was negative and the payrolls up, well, we don't know for certain, but for the last 3 months, X this month has been averaging 35,000 jobs created. There's just not a lot of
We
seats for Salesforce to buy.
and we actually
It's a
got
revenue
a
problem.
negative ADP report on Wednesday. By the way, it,
Correct,
it came out
correct. I
negative,
mean,
which is a job report that you can actually rely on because it is being made by the private sector. So and the report came out negative, and that's bad news
right.
for CRM, of course. Yeah.
But to be fair, the ADP and payrolls don't correlate well to each other.
Correct. Yeah.
So you don't really know for certain. The only other thing I'll mention
Yeah,
on
but
Salesforce is this. You might want to go short. If it loses the 200 week, forget it.
what price did you have
The
that 200 week at?
the 200 week is $232.82. If it closes under there on a weekly basis, you can go. I would go short. I'll just
Okay.
put it that way.
Okay. Fair enough. And you do see CRM in disruption risk,
Yeah,
because
of
of
course.
artificial intelligence. So yes, the answer is yes. So stay
But
away.
even if there was an artificial,
Stay away from
yeah,
CRM, guys.
yeah.
Long
And
story short.
it's interesting you mentioned that because I actually wanted to share
Mhm.
this one thing. Let me see if I can find. Okay, cool. If you had to guess, Alvaro, how many stocks in the S&P 500 do you think are in a bear market?
30%, 35.
That's a great, yeah, 30%. It's about 28% of them, 141 of them. I'll just share. I
So,
think
and
this is it.
obviously, since we are in a bull market, those are the companies that are in risk of being disrupted by artificial intelligence, I suppose.
Exactly, yeah. So like the biggest loser, which is 63.58% off of its all-time high,
Mm-hmm.
is Trade Desk. That
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't go fishing there, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Dow, who knows?
Dow Chemicals, yeah.
Moderna,
Yeah.
Deckers, Lulu, all of its problems. Like these have been more than cut in half off their 52-week high. And I bring this up for two reasons. First of all, it's really hard for me to believe that there's a bubble when we have 30% of the S&P in a bear market or worse.
Okay.
It's really hard to make that call. And secondly, we talked about it a little bit about quantum being a good hedge for your Bitcoin or your cryptocurrency, but it's difficult to buy quantum stocks at these levels because, the best hedges are bought when they're cheaper. If you don't think this AI story is going to work out over the next 5 years, then maybe you consider starting a very small position in one of these names that's been disrupted by AI. Because if the market is wrong and AI doesn't actually disrupt these companies, you're going to see one hell of a payback. But don't get me wrong, you're not going to see it tomorrow. It will take years because I think AI has years of goodwill built in. It will take a lot for the market to give up on that thesis.
And how patient do you think the markets will be in regard to AI? Like, okay, guys, come on, you need to start making a lot of money out of this.
Well,
What,
some of them are making money. You can see it in Microsoft. You can see it in
Meta,
Meta. I
correct.
think the real
But but
question is
but
going to be,
but
can the
not all of them.
493,
But not
right?
all of
Can the
them.
493 do it? Can the rest of the market do it?
Can Tesla do it?
Tesla's never going to make money. No, I'm just kidding. But I think Tesla's actually a play on robotics. It's like the next thing from AI.
Have you seen Chinese robots?
Yeah.
Bro,
No,
Tesla
that's
is
super
so
cool.
so
Super
so
cool.
so behind. Some
Super
Chinese
cool.
companies, unbelievable, unbelievable. Hey, speaking of Chinese companies, are you a buyer of JD or Baidu or Baba? Because we're seeing
You
those
know,
stocks going up a lot, man, and the valuations kind of support maybe more upside. I mean the technical
I
shares, but also the valuation.
if I had to make a decision on buying JD, Baba, whatever, well,
Hmm.
first of all, I'd probably go with JD because it hasn't taken off yet.
Hmm.
I like the idea that similar to Vistra and
I
CEG,
got
I
JD
saw a
calls
similar.
today, so thank you. I
Yeah, man.
I got two
Anything
calls.
for you. Let's everybody. We're pumping
Yeah.
JD. Buy now, sell at
Yeah,
55.
please go ahead and help me
Yeah,
out with those
yeah.
collapses, guys.
hmm
Buy JD on Monday. Go ahead, bro. Sorry.
But I think it's difficult to look at these from a valuation perspective because they're always going to trade at a discount because they're Chinese and they don't undergo the same financial scrutiny as a company in the US does via the SEC or a company in the EU does, given I can't remember what standard they use. It's called IFRS or something.
Hmm. Yep. So, yeah, let me share with you a technical chart of JD, by the way, because you're bringing it up. So,
Yeah,
okay.
we could both share one. You can share
Okay.
a short term. I'll go long
So
term, but
yeah,
let's see what you
in the
got
case
first.
of JD.com, this is a very interesting technical chart because the 5 DMA is rising, the 5-day moving average. JD.com is already trading above all the moving averages, and over here, you guys can see a previous level of resistance at $35. So
Yep.
JD has been failing at $35 over and over and over and over again recently. So a potential process of consolidation above $35 could open the door for more upside here. Um, so what about $38? Can JD.com go up to $38 if the bulls
If
can
this
if the bulls can consolidate? Sorry, then above $38 is possible. So from
No, you're good. I thought you were asking me.
no. Yeah, I was asking the audience. So, yeah, say that we start a trade such as the one that I started today on JD.com, closing candles or trying to consolidate above $35 from $35 up to $38. This could represent a 7% profit trade. And check this out, Dan. Look at this. So, if I pull up a major time frame, so the upside potential here could
Nice.
be massive, massive.
Very nice.
So
Agreed.
yeah, I mean, and needless to say, the valuation, bro. So that is also something that is worth pointing out. Let me go ahead and take a look at the valuation of JD quickly.
Yep.
Well, you go over all their stocks. So let's go see. Man, this is a tech company, by the way. Something that is worth pointing out. So in the case of JD, let's go see. JD. Come on, pull up. Help me out here, Yahoo. Come on. Okay. So you have a P ratio of 10. 10.
Yeah.
This company trades at 10 times trailing earnings. We have a forward P ratio of, guess what, Dan? 10.
Mm.
This company trades at 10 times forward earnings. And we have a price of sales that is below 1. 1. So that implies that the current market capitalization of JD.com, which equals $53.22 billion, is below the revenue that this company made during the last 12 months. So go figure. But I agree with you that some way, somehow, these companies have to pay. So the markets don't pay them a premium because we have, the situation about the opacity and the,
Well, Well, it's not
and
just
the accounting of the
geopolitical.
company, the
Yes.
geopolitical risk. You never know if China will end up invading Taiwan and stuff like that. But wow, those multiples, bro, with that technical chart, that is tempting. You gotta give me that.
Oh, I absolutely do. And
Mm-hmm.
here's one more to complement that. This
Go
is
ahead.
a 10-year chart monthly.
Mm-hmm.
It has its ups and downs. It's been in a very, very firm downtrend for the last little. I mean, it's come back obviously, but let me just quickly draw a line here. Come on. Nice. And I'll just extend. Oh, of course. Point being is that if you were to extend this line to the right, you'd see that it's broken the downtrend, the primary downtrend. And you showed this. But
Mm-hmm.
what is more important to me is that it looks like it's trying to get above that 12-month moving average, which is just a year.
Yeah,
You know,
that's a
I
big moving average. What price is it signaling then?
the 12-month simple moving average is $35.58,
Wow,
but
the same
you
level that I'm talking about, bro. It's a big level.
it's a huge level.
Yeah,
But
35 bucks.
if you're going to use this monthly as your way to get in or out or measure if the bulls or bears are control, you have to look at it on a closing basis on the month because these candles are updated by the month. The other thing worth mentioning is that MACD on the monthly, which is a much bigger, time period, actually never went negative. So if you would have bought here at between 28 and 30, you'd still be in the money. And MACD hasn't told you to get out yet. If you would have just followed this trade using monthly MACD, you would have done really, really well for yourself and you would have been holding for long periods. So, in my opinion, this is a very compelling technical case from a longer technical perspective to get in the stock. And who knows, after looking at this, I might. This is looking really nice.
If you would have to pick one single Chinese stock out of the bunch, Baba, Baidu, JD, whatever, Neo, what stock would you be
Neo.
picking? I mean, I'm just kidding.
Um, I used to trade Neo way back when. I liked it quite a bit.
Okay.
I'm trying to find it actually.
Yeah, but there's no need to take a look at the technical chart. So pick one stock. If you had to buy one Chinese stock as of now, just to have like a bit of diversification, internationally speaking.
So I don't know anything about them. I feel like JD's a good pick, but if I had to go back to the names that I traded, like in 2020, 2022, even in the bear market, I really enjoyed XPeng. It's another one of the Chinese
Yeah,
EV
electric
makers.
vehicles. Hmm.
I I really think the market there, people don't realize just how cheap they're making these cars.
Yeah, super cheap.
If you live in a country that's outside of the US and is letting these Chinese EVs in
They
without
are
crazy tariffs,
they are all over the place in Europe. I think they will never
they're
come
moving.
over, but
Yes.
correct. Hmm.
Yes. I should sorry, I shouldn't. I kid you not. I think a fully loaded Xpeng is like $12,000 USD.
Wow, that's a down payment here
It's
nowadays.
exact. I mean, if you're lucky, it's a
I
down
mean,
payment. Yeah.
yeah. So okay, awesome. Hey, bro. So we are an hour and 8 minutes in. I think this is a wrap.
I think we've done a good job.
Yeah, yeah. Did you guys like today's live stream? Please drop a comment. And I guess that next week, if everything goes well, we could be doing a regular pat on Thursday, probably. So we'll see
Yeah,
about
yeah.
that.
I'll check the schedule. We should be down for that. It might be another Friday.
That's
I
fine.
think I was invited to an event with Baird on Thursday night, so I don't know when that starts.
Oh, okay. Okay. Awesome. Well, I mean, if it is, yeah, we can do another live podcast next Friday. And hey, guys, you have a great weekend. To the members of my Discord in English, we are getting together once again in a matter of, I don't know, an hour or so, because we have a group call. Tomorrow we also have a weekend live stream. We're going to be reviewing some stats of October and stuff like that. And well, you guys have a great weekend.
Yeah. Thank
And
you, Alvaro.
you
I'm
also
sure I'll
have a great
talk to you
weekend.
throughout.
Absolutely. It's my pleasure, bro. So
My pleasure. Have fun, everybody.
take
Stay
care,
safe.
guys. Bye
Bye.
bye. Bye.